In the beginning of the 20th century, the Danish state railways was facing a problem. Firstly, they had increased the mainline speed limit from 56 to 62 miles per hour, and partly due to this, the use of doubleheaders with the express engine of the time, the Class K, increased. Furthermore, the rails on the Funen main line had been changed to heavier ones, giving the State Railway's chief engineer, Otto Bosse Jr., free hands to design the next big express locomotive for the State Railways. The result became the Class P from 1907. The idea came from a trip to the US in which Bosse studied their type Atlantic, which was very common in the States at the time. Even though the drawings carry his name, it is also worth mentioning the later managers of the workshop in Aarhus and Copenhagen, H.G. Dorf and Rasmus Olsen, who also contributed to the project. The Class P was something of a quantum leap in the comparison to the express engine that had gone before it. It was a four-cylindered compound machine with two low-pressure cylinders on the outside and two high-pressure cylinders between the frames. Because the Class P featured the largest driving wheels of the state railways, the class struggled with starting off with heavy loads. This, however, was solved by a valve that could lead high-pressure steam into all four cylinders. But as soon as the locomotive was at speed, the access would be cut off to the low-pressure cylinders. In the pointy cab was two firebox doors for the firemen due to the width of the firebox itself. Therefore, there were two firemen in the P-class in their first year of service. Furthermore, there was a large window in each side of the cab, and the cab was so wide that the crew without any major hazard could walk on the running board at speed, for which there was a door in the left side of the cab. The speed was originally measured via a centrifugal pump, which was pulled by a belt from the rear axle, but was later changed to electric speedometers. The valve gear on the engines was of the Heusinger or Walschaerts type and was controlled by a screw reverser in the cab. The brakes were originally vacuum brakes, but was during the war changed to air brakes. The class had, like all state railway locos, number plates of brass, and originally these were placed over the middle of the P-class pointy smokebox doors, although due to them getting increasingly dirty, they were later moved further down. The class was mainly used on semi-fast and express services, and even though they were meant for 75 miles per hour running, which already was unheard of by Danish standards, they weren't allowed past 62 miles per hour. However, after the war, this was increased to 70. The class became popular in Denmark as well as outside of the country by their appearance in 1907. In 1910, P-class number 924 was on display at the Royal Exhibition in Brussels, where the design won a gold medal. During the Second World War, 7 members of the class was rebuilt into Pacifics, and one of these rebuilds, PR 908, is preserved in its rebuilt condition. The P-class was withdrawn in the early 1960s, and today 2 are preserved. One is number 931, which can be seen at the Danish Railway Museum in Odense, and 917, which until 2016 was stationed in Roskilde, but is now at storage in Randers. 917 was originally restored in 1972 for the State Railway's 425th anniversary and can afterwards be seen on a number of rail tours. Whether or not we'll ever see a P-class in steam again, only time and money will tell. Thanks for watching the first episode of the Danish Railway Series Advent calendar, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.